As Cas de Sopla already recalled, our first Nepalese adventure, the inception of the Transavia flights between Amsterdam and Nepal in 1998, I was at that time with Heijden. At that time, and still, by the way, the largest family-owned travel company in the Netherlands. And one of the few turbulents at that time, at least, that dared to take risks. Risks like starting up a flight to Kathmandu. Travel agents we had hardly any interest at that time, so everything was going still through travel agents, were surprised, they were bewildered. We were starting up a charter flight to a landlocked country, a country without beaches. You charter to beaches, not to mountains. It did not even have a lot of decent resort hotels. Most colleagues thought that Olaf had finally gone berserk, or at least they hoped so. Why did we take the risk? Why did we start up flights to a highly unusual destination like Kathmandu? And until now, I never dare to tell the truth. But this is a good occasion to finally admit that the only reason was to get rid of the constant harassment and weekly stalking phone calls of your devoted following council with the gospel flag. And now, the history is repeating itself. Now, all foolishness on a little stickers and saying Dutch, I'll take that as a stop here. The true reason was that Nepal had touched my heart. And I wanted as many people as possible to share my experience. The reason that I went to Nepal in the first place is also a curious story. As I already stated, ArkeFly was a family-owned company. And sometimes owners of family-owned companies act a little bit off, rather impulsively. And also in this case, because during one of our regular, or should I say irregular, meetings with Mr. Heijden, owner of the company, he announced, by the way, I forgot to tell you, last week I bought a little company. Please have a look at it and tell me how we can make it more successful. And that small little company, or actually two small little companies, Nepal and the Snow Leopard, and that's how I was parachuted into the Dutch Nepali subculture. I met Cas, I met René de Bols and a few others, and what I thought at first was basically what went into Heijden when he decided to buy a lot of winemaking. That's also when both René and Cas started to push me to go to Nepal to find out the potential of Nepal. I resisted a long time, but as Cas already admitted in his speech, he can be very persistent. So at last I surrendered and planned a short visit. And despite the fact that the weather was rather bad, and I only saw the Himalaya range for only 10 minutes, it was love on first sight. I expected a rather hilly sub-province of India, a country that never really touched my heart, but I discovered an intensely beautiful, rather isolated little country with immensely friendly, proud people. The rest is history. 8 months later, the first Transavia flight took off to Kathmandu. This time, it was not necessary to negotiate with an airline about flights to Kathmandu. TUI Netherlands now has its own airline, and that made things a lot easier, I must say. I have already noticed quite a lot of interest for our new destination, not only from clients, but also from our pilots, who all want to experience the magic of the approach to Kathmandu Airport with the majestic backdrop of the Himalaya range. And it is with immense pleasure that we now celebrate the start of a new series of flights to Kathmandu. Nepal has gone through a series of difficult years, and I sincerely hope that we will now see many years of prosperity and many years of flourishing tourism. With our flights and our program, we hopefully will contribute a little to this prosperity. Like in 1998, I hope that our initiative will bring our countries closer together. in metaphoric but also in the most literal sense of the word. I hope that the new generation of travelers, not tourists, but travelers, will discover the beauty of Nepal and the hospitality of its people, like I did back in 1998. I'm very grateful to everybody supporting our initiative and contributing to its success. I'm very grateful, Your Excellency, that you are hosting this event, but also not in the least to our own people who managed to compose and publish a comprehensive Nepal program in such a short time. We will do anything to make this venture a success, and I'm certain that with the help of everybody, we will make it a great success. Mr. Messenger, you said we must at least operate 3 flights a week. I don't know if I can really honor your request, at least not this year, but maybe I can do something to give you your own ArkeFly experience every day. By giving you a little model of our